In lifting a load, you have to consider the correct way to sling the load. By considering the piece of pipe here and a half a ton in weight, the slinger has chosen to sling the load from the middle. Totally incorrect for a number of reasons. Number one, your sling is positioned incorrectly. Number two, your sling is too short for the load. Number three, the loading on the hook is subsequently forcing more pressure onto the point of the hook and could well cause it to stretch or fail. And number four, the loose chains hanging down, when the load comes up, they will swing and come in contact with the slinger or personnel helping to lift the load. Be conscious of the decision you make when you're slinging the load, from your position of your slings, the position of the lifting gear, the correct loading of the hook before you lift it. Okay, the slinger has chosen to use 3-ton slings to lift the load. And looking at the load itself, it's a half a ton in weight, and subsequently he's choked the load accordingly with the two slings running in the same direction. The sling has come through the choke and back sitting inside in the well of the hook. In looking at the slings earlier on, you would have seen that the sling was good for 3 tons. But remember, when you choke the sling, it's down now to 2.4 tons because you're losing 20%. The second element you have is to apply the mode factor onto the sling. And the mode factor applies when we're putting the angle onto the chain itself. And as the slinger takes the load up, the pressure on each one of the legs will start to apply. And during the lifting process, 2 3-ton slings have a lifting capacity of 3.36 tons in that configuration. It is important to always consider the angle of loading, how the bite goes on, the downgrading of your lifting gear, and the position of the gear. As the load is coming up, always ensure that your block is directly in the center of the load. And as the load starts to apply pressure onto the crane, deflection may come into play. So it's important to look at the position of the hook, position of your lifting gear, and always ensure your personal position is in the right area, that you're not standing in front of the load, you're standing to the side or to the back. Take a look there nice and slowly for me. And as the load is being hoisted, clear directions are given by the slinger during the process. Make sure your slings are not twisted in any way, and stop 150 millimeters from the ground. In stopping, you're checking to make sure your load is balanced. You're making sure your slings are correctly tightened on the load. You're making sure your angle is okay, that your area is clear of personnel. You then attach on your tagline and subsequently allow personnel to know that the load is on the way.